Although it is completely unreasonable to suggest that your house can be clean all the time, there are some really small habits that might be keeping you from having a generally tidier space that really don't take a lot of effort. Leaving trash on the counters, wrappers, things on the floor makes the house feel messy. And throughout this video, I want you to remember that any kind of clutter attracts more clutter. If you see the clothes lying on the floor in the bedroom, you're so much more likely to continue to pile them there. It's the same thing with trash, but trying to have a good habit of throwing away any piece of trash, either your kids or yourself, really does help your home just feel tidier in general. It's even fun to have kids do a quick trash dash throughout the house. Ouch! Don't bite my toe. I'm filming. Say sorry. Hand them a bag and just say, I'm setting the timer for a minute. Whoever collects the most trash gets some kind of prize. Actually, not washing your windows can contribute to the look of kind of messiness. In fact, I've been letting my backslider go for the past week or so, but this is what will kind of happen to my slider if I don't wipe it down. So I like to include this in a weekly cleaning rotation. Suki, she's biting me. I'm without Tinky Winky. Leaving paper clutter lying around really contributes to a little bit more messy looking space. And I think not having a solution for little messes is one of the reasons we let things pile up or we let things go. I really like the idea of having a easy system for your paper clutter. This includes when you come home from getting the mail, open it standing right next to the garbage. And it makes it so much easier not to just set the trash, the envelopes, the junk mail on the counter if it's easy to just throw it away right then and there. So just tweak these little habits just barely and make it easy for yourself to kind of clean as you go and not leave these things out. So generally what I found is there are just a few types of paper clutter: kids artwork, homework, junk mail, manuals, and receipts. If paper clutter is currently a problem in your home, spend 5 to 10 minutes for the next week or two just gathering up and sorting all the different types of paper. I think collecting and then categorizing is a great way to start. Immediately throw away trash if you see things that can be shredded, and I shred myself. I grabbed this at Home Goods. I just like that it had these different sections. So you could do mail on the top, homework, little artwork that you want to save that you might want to file, and then here at the bottom, but I put a notebook down here because I'm always taking notes, my food journaling. So the habit is to just file what is necessary, take care of this, still need to get homework done, I'm gonna have to file this, but at least it is a contained solution and everything is not everywhere. And remember, I'm gonna make better habits with my mail. I'm gonna be really selective with what I keep from my kids, and that's gonna help too. Now remember, you can always create a digital file for your paper and just snap a photo of your manuals. Most of these can be found online. Even receipts you can create a digital file for if you need them for taxes. Try and create digital files for as much as possible. Once you get the paper clutter under control, just try to have a habit of dealing with it right away as soon as it comes through the door. So I had mentioned the clothes on the floor. There is someone in my house, and we will not name names, that really struggles with this. So the clothes will go right at the edge of the dresser, like right on the floor in front of the dresser. So what I need to do, what I realized I need to do, is follow my advice and make it easy. So I'm actually going to put a hamper right next to the dresser, right next to the place where this person takes their clothes off. So where they hit the floor, that's where I'm putting the hamper. Put the solution right next to the problem. This applies to pretty much everything. Shoes can be a real problem in people's homes. It is in mine. And so my family, I've mentioned this before, my family loves to take their shoes off in the kitchen. We come in through the back door. We have no mud room, so it's just the kitchen. I realized that I needed to create a solution in the kitchen because that's where the problem was happening. It did not solve the problem completely, but it did make it better, and I'll take it. I will take improvement. I will take better. All right, since we're on this train right now, let's keep going. If people keep throwing things over the back of chairs and the back of the couch, I would suggest, and this does not have to be a permanent solution, but a solution while you're working on better habits. If that's the bad habit, throwing stuff over the couch, have a little box of hangers right next to the couch. Let's make it just as easy or almost as easy to do the good habit. So take a look around your home, try and identify those problem areas, and then think of how you can either create a temporary solution to help make a habit better, change a habit from bad to better, or how to create a permanent solution. Letting dishes pile up in the sink or setting them around the house is definitely a habit that contributes to a messy looking space. So instead of doing this, I like to have 3 loading times a day: after breakfast, after lunch, and after dinner. And then if I have a minute and I notice that there are dishes in the sink, I will just load them right on the spot if they're from a snack. So try and set 3 points. It makes a big difference. Using flat surfaces as a drop zone. We are all guilty of this, myself included. But what I like to do for this as a solution is to create a zone within a zone. So if a flat surface, I've got one in my kitchen that has become, for whatever reason, a drop zone. So what I've done is create a zone within a zone. So instead of just having the flat surface just completely inviting you and your family to put stuff there, put a small box there. This though, this specific area is where I've put my paper clutter solution. So not only is it a great space because we have a lot of paper clutter coming in through the kitchen, but also it is filling up some of that blank space that is a drop zone for the family. So it's like crowding you out. There's not as much space to fill up with junk. So think about where these drop zones are, and it could be the dining room table, which is large. Just have a box on the table, maybe for a while, again, maybe not a permanent solution, but while you're trying to switch your habits, and that's kind of where you're able to corral things and then deal with it at the end of the day and try and reverse that habit. If your drop zone has gotten a little out of control, use the 3C method. Clear out, which is get rid of any garbage, categorize things into like items, and then contain them. Find homes, and then the basket is going to help you from getting into a big mess like this again. It's also nice because when it's dinner time, you can just move it. Oh, here's another really bad habit that I have had for many, many years. I'm working on breaking it. Is if I pick up an item and I'm like, oh, this is clearly garbage. Say I'm rummaging through the utility drawer and I come across something. Oh my gosh, I haven't used this in forever. No one uses this. And then I like put it back. Deal with it right away. Follow the one-touch rule. You've got it in your hand. Go ahead and throw it away. If you've been watching my videos, you know I love acronyms. So the acronym for today's video is CLEAN. I want to talk about the concealed areas of your home. Things like the coat closet, the kitchen cupboards, the junk drawer, the utility drawer, any area that's hidden behind a door or a drawer or anything like that is really, really easy to let pile up. It will continue to pile and overspill into the areas of your home that you really need to function well for you. Most often, these concealed areas are the homes for the stuff in our house. So having this obvious just makes it easier to put things away. Label. I love labels. There's something about them that kind of ties everything together. Even if all your baskets are not completely uniform, the labels kind of create that visual unity and again makes it obvious. It makes it so obvious where things go. I have these labels in my pantry, and then I have another set coming on Amazon, hopefully today. They'll get here, and I'm going to use for the game and linen closet upstairs. So labeling things makes it obvious to you and the rest of your family and just makes putting it away again easier and faster. Eliminate as much as you can. Eliminate dishes. We have about 2 per family member. Eliminate socks, the number of clothing that your family members have. Again, it makes cleaning so much easier when you're just dealing with less. Eliminate books, eliminate your snow gear, anything that you can think of in your home, eliminate it. Get as few numbers as you feel like you can live comfortably and happily with, and just let the rest of it go. Appreciate your home. Appreciate whatever it is about your home that is functioning for you, that is serving you. And even if you feel like, oh my gosh, a bigger home would be so much better, or a completely different neighborhood, try and appreciate the things about your house that are serving you well right now, even if that's just a warm roof over your head. I feel like so often we get down on our space and down on ourselves. If If it was just bigger, it wouldn't be so hard to keep clean. If I just like the color scheme in my house better, I would be more motivated to clean my house and I would have better habits. We take better care of the things that we appreciate. I want you to negotiate with yourself. I know it can be really overwhelming, especially if you feel like you don't have a lot of time or energy to keep your house picked up, tidy, to do the dishes, do the laundry, and it is just so tough. Negotiate with yourself and do the most important things, and that is it. You don't have to clean the entire house top to bottom. You do not have to give up an entire Saturday unless you want to on cleaning your entire space. Negotiate with yourself. Find out, figure out what's the most important. For me, it's laundry and dishes 100%. I negotiate with myself all the time. And then I let the other stuff go a little bit. I try and have these solutions or these systems. Ooh, someone's calling. Hello?
Hi. Oh, you're filming right now.
I think negotiating with yourself can be really, really good because it takes some of that pressure off and it reminds you that it does not have to be perfect to be better. I have another video here on the screen with more cleaning motivation and tips. I will see you over there.